Some of you like the experience from my POV camera, and it's finally time to break down a few key elements which bring the driving immersion to a completely different level. The huge jump came with the 4° of freedom cubic system, but as I felt off from all of the motion platforms I've tested before, for my build I decided to think out of the box and find some creative ideas to sync my brain with the experience. After endless hours watch time of real POV and lots of attention of my own driving experience, I found something interesting. The only moving elements in the car are the safety nets and the driver through the insane G-forces. As all the motion platforms are stationary and can create only momentary forces, I decided to simulate what will happen with my body in relation to the car as sustained G-forces do with me in the real car. I also had to find a way to simulate that with the safety nets as well, and the end result was better than I expected. So, let's break down the key elements which make that possible. First, I decided to isolate the entire physical cockpit from the motion, ordered few aluminum profiles and built a frame around the monitor stand. Set the P-frame for the wheelbase, another frame for the passenger side, the gearbox and handbrake. Set another profile to which I can attach different button boxes and displays. Once the frame was ready, I connected it with the monitor stand to make both parts absolutely rigid. Next step was the decor. Few aluminum plates for the passenger foot area, which I make sure to be real size, one fire extinguisher to make it more believable, and of course extensions for the virtual gauge. For those who don't know, those are PVC tubes painted in matte white in 3.5 cm diameter on the right side and 5 cm diameter for the left and top. As I've said, those are only for decor and give me the illusion of connecting between virtual and physical rig. The reason I choose thinner tubes for the right side is because of the virtual perspective from the monitors. For the top I made this weird shape which I cut on each side to make sure sits low enough and blend with the picture. Pass few screws pressed with soft material to not scratch the hardware, and on the left set this soft aluminum frame to keep it in place. As this sits free, I can make fine adjustments for each car and make it feel more connected. Another monitor which I've made myself will be attached to the top gauge with Velcro straps and some extra tape. As I want to get light in the cockpit, for the roof I cut this triangle-shaped piece of cardboard and dress it with fake Alcantara. From my perspective, that is absolutely enough to isolate me from the room. For the cooling system, I have powerful motor which creates interference with my USB hub, so I put it behind the rig and run those tubes around the rig. On top I found those monitor arms to which I attached the last black tube with Velcro straps and have full control of the airflow direction. Also run switch to my cockpit for on-off. Next very important part is the attachment for the safety nets, as I want them to move with the forces but be in fixed position in front. I found those monitor arms to which I attached long bolts and elastic ropes. The nets are connected with the seat and will move with the forces, and the elasticity of the front part will let them tight, relax, jump over the place just as the virtual nets. The long bolts are to bring the connection high enough and blend with the virtual ones. So, as you can see, the cockpit is totally fixed in place and won't move. Now I can bring the motion frame, which have the 4 actuators, the seat and the pedals. As I do this all alone, I use extra frames to keep it up and be able to attach the motors. Once it's in proper position, I can attach the nets and cover all the bleeding light spaces, again with cardboard pieces dressed in Alcantara. The end result for me is mind-blowing. I know some people will argue, but I have tested many motion platforms and always felt disconnected. In that way, the motion moved my body in places which the G-forces in real car will do with me and the nets. I feel really connected to the experience. I wish it was easy to be tested, but as you saw, it's a bit complex design, and the main point is, for me personally, is the most connected experience I ever had in motion platform. Next part is the Philips Hue ambient light, because light control for me is very important. I put 3 of my bars and 2-meter light strip in my studio softbox. I still have my Sukani light, but I can use those for night experiences, which is really fun. Many people ask about the monitors, and those are 32-inch 1440p, 144Hz, 1500 arc curved IYAMA at 50 degrees angle and 54 centimeters eye distance. They just cover fully my peripheral vision in those settings. For the rest of the gear, I won't talk much as I'm testing something new all the time and you can see dedicated reviews in other videos. The main parts are the cubic system actuators, which totally changed my opinion about motion platforms and turned me from not big fan to can't live without them. The rig is also self-made from different aluminum profiles to meet my exact needs of the build. The seat is a built GT pad, and in my dual PC I use Intel 9900K with 32GB RAM and RTX 3090. The second PC runs with the same specs but RTX Quadro. I can't really tell you the total cost of that entire build, but that is not the point anyway. As you can see, what makes it special is mostly imagination and out-of-the-box thinking. Some plastic tubes, cardboard, fake Alcantara, proper lighting make all the difference. This hobby is absolutely awesome, and what makes it so special is only the passion we have for this beautiful world. I have seen some crazy stuff from you guys, and the pictures you share with me makes me feel happy and not alone in that journey. I also know some of you just start and all this looks and feels overwhelming and you think you can't afford all this, but you are wrong. 5 years ago, I couldn't afford direct drive fuel, and a friend of mine sent me money to buy one and pay back whenever I can. Today, 5 years later, I have gear for over 10k to share with you till the end of 2024. Just remember, when you are obsessed with passion, you will find a way if that is something you really want. Make a plan and set a goal, create few healthy habits and think in calm, positive way how you can achieve your dreams. That can be crazy rig, it can be anything else you ever dream about. It won't happen in few days or even few months, but any dream is possible if we think positively how to reach it. It's all about discipline and hard work. Remember, life is designed to give to those who deserve it, and if we spend enough energy and hard work, we can achieve extraordinary things. I want to hear what are your goals in life for the next 5 years, and if you don't have any, you have to set them now or nothing is going to change in your life. Let's make 2024 the best year we ever had. Much love, everyone.